Can you just come towards me just a little bit?
Oh, please. I've been goosed ever since I've been... don't touch my arse. Good evening and welcome to Have I Got News for You. I'm Brian Blessed. It's me. Now, in the news this week, the polls continue to slide for Gordon Brown. And some people are saying he's dead and buried. But I think the opposite. I say, Gordon's alive! My darling! Disaster strikes at an open-air pool in Dorset as the attendant starts hoovering the leaves before the last swimmer is out. Fuck.
Right, calm down.
Quick, the fucking
taser! Get a taser!
The fucking thing was too slow. I'm fucking trying to...
Get a taser!
Okay, well, fucking thing... Here we go. This is Gordon Brown's worst week in politics since last week. So this week, Brown has been...
It's good.
Hello,
it's good.
Paul.
Carry on. It's wonderful.
I'm a big fan.
Rave reviews. Rave reviews.
Shut your face. And what were some of the other revelations in the book? I'm going to chin you if you don't watch it.
I suppose you are the only gay Tory, aren't you? Actually, there
Are you gay?
Brian, you'd never guess you were an actor.
If he's to stand any chance of turning things around to win the next election, Gordon Brown has a huge mountain to climb. Ooh, lucky bastard. Now, this week... I get terrible wind. Bloody hell, my job's impossible. You must just get...
No, it's just the way you're doing it.
I know, I'm good at it. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here.
Do you know, I was thinking exactly the same. Doing all right.
I'm doing all right. How many marks out of 10? Don't tell me the truth. I don't want the truth.
8.
8.
Can I just say, darling, you were very brave.
Stop it. Sorry. Also enjoy reading The Sun, especially stuff about British politics and the economy. They've got very good eyesight, the polls, aren't they?
Excellent eyesight. They're known for
I mean, well, considering they're at it all the time. No, that's deafness. You get deaf, don't you, if you shag too much.
2:30.
This is terrible. Absolutely disgraceful. The way people behave. And keep your knackers in your underpants, you dirty bugger. Now, who's been refused entry to Britain this week? Who's been refused entry to Britain this week?
Clerics.
What the fuck's happened to you? You've faded since the beginning.
I'm so sorry.
You're doing fuck all at the moment. You don't know, do you? Right. No. I love it with these eggheads when I win.
You're the chairman. You're not meant to win.
I'm not meant to win.
You've got the
I don't
answers.
get any points.
No.
Don't I say to
That
you...
would rather ruin the quiz, since you're reading out the question and
Don't-
answer.
But don't I say, I mean, you may not confer? Did I say that? No, I don't. No, that's
No,
not
you can say anything you like, and have, I think.
Osama bin Laden's son, Dave.
Dave.
No. I knew you'd fall for that! Yeah, I knew it. No, it's not Dave, it's Omar.
Omar, he's making eyes at me.
What's his argument for being let in?
But it's not his fault who his father is.
That's right, you're spot on. He doesn't think his dad's done anything wrong. You're quite right, Ian.
No, I'm not.
I mean,
I didn't say that at all. I said it's not his fault who his father is. I didn't say his father's done nothing wrong. That would have lined me up in a rather extreme company.
Many people are now realising that you can actually make a lot more money by going abroad, like this man. What if all the Poles went home? Well, they'd have nothing to fly that flag on for a start. You said you loved her. I mean, I just was hoping you might say something like that to me.
If I said it to Anne Widdecombe, the chances are I'll say it to you as well.
All family celebrities made a combined $7.2 billion in 3 months, which works out at $3.3 million an hour. I mean, who the hell do they think they are? Tesco's? I mean, every little helps. Look, there really is a petrol crisis when motorists in Scotland start panic buying, with some putting in as much as £5 worth. Now, newspapers have been doing their bit to calm motorists with headlines like, "Petrol! We're running out! Strike! Start! Fuel shortage here! Will fuel stocks run dry?" And I'm all right. There's a tremendous snobbery about Shakespeare in so many aspects of it. When Sir John Gill, who used to talk like that, Sir John Gill, the National Theatre, I used to goose him when I was there every day. Go down the corridors and goose the great actor, Sir John Gill. "Oh, leave me alone, Brian, I'm a great actor." He said to Michael Brian, "You know that Brian, blessed, he's a terrible man, but he's a lovely bit of rough." Prisoners receive a wage for doing work in prison, and the Times featured the range of basic items they can purchase, such as 250 grams of Lynx shower gel. Just what every prisoner needs, something to make himself absolutely irresistible. A very bad taste, I'm so sorry.
There weren't 80s events which are making a comeback except for the perm, so that's the odd one out.
Absolutely marvellous, absolutely brilliant, Ian. I mean, that is sensational.
Is that right? I'm Paul.
Absolutely right. They're all making an enthusiastic comeback from the 80s, apart from Rick Astley, who is reluctant to do so.
Oh, so he was absolutely wrong.
Did you say that? Did you say that?
I picked the perm as the odd one out, but the 80s was the theme I was after. But of course, Rick Astley refuses to make a comeback, so he's the odd one out.
Oh, that's right. But you deserve it, because your knowledge was so sensational.
Thank you very much.
And I'm very, very partial to you.
Are you?
In fact, I'm madly in love with you.
Yeah.
But there we go.
I better brace myself.
You could be in 300.
I could. I'm too loud. I was too loud for it. I'd have scared all the Spartans. They were Nancy boys. They were puffs.
And what were you called in Z-Cars?
Fancy Smith.
Does anyone remember what this programme used to be like?
It's time now for the Missing Words round, which this week features as its guest publication, Portable Restroom Operator. But it is for fans of toilets everywhere, and let's face it, every toilet needs a fan. I know mine does.
What do you do when you're up Mount Everest?
I was actually 3/4 away up Mount Everest at one stage, Paul.
Yeah.
I were in a tight tent at about 26,000 feet, Edelman Adams, David Hoyland and myself, and we were about to go for the summit the next day.
Yeah.
A terrible, a 4-mile drop, and suddenly David Edelman Adams said, "I must have a shit." Oh, God, with this tent, you know. Christ, let him get across. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. He went out. I said, "Christ, tie him on, he'll fall down the face." He got onto the rope. We tied him off. He went over there, had a shit, came back. And getting back into the snow's coming in good. Well, we might as well make a brew. So we made a brew of tea, all crammed together, 4 of us. And suddenly David Hoyland suddenly says to me, "There's a terrible smell of shit." And I looked, and there was a turd on Helperman Adams' shoulder. And what he had done was, he'd had a shit, the wind had carried it up in the air. And then, in a lull in the weather, come down and land on his shoulder.
question. I had no idea what the answer was.
According to the Daily Star, Lewis Hamilton saves £4 million a year tax by living in Switzerland. They say saves, I say avoids. I mean, God, I've been paying tax since I was 14 years of age. How the hell does he get away with that? Next.
Wherever you're talking.
Fucking do what's going on? Where the fuck are you?
It's gone.
It's gone. Go back, love, with the fucking thing. I'm back to the fucking beginning. Where the fuck are we, darling? Go back. A bit slower, sweetheart. I think she's pissed. So the final scores are Ian and Alan have 7, and Paul and Marcus have 11. And I leave you with news that off the coast of Aberdeen, after a ship sinks with a full cargo of Winilot, one determined salvage expert is first on the scene.
Wetsuit from the Penguin.
Albania accepts its human cloning plan, still has some way to go. And after a gruelling London mayoral election, Boris, Ken and Brian put their differences aside. Good night, ladies and gentlemen! I hope you enjoyed that. I know I haven't had so much fun since I got frostbite in the Andes. I knew I should have worn gloves. You should see my cock.